Hey everybody, welcome to Mr. West Studios. This is my personal channel, a little breakaway from Strange Glow Video. So I am the co-host over at that channel, so thanks for checking out this channel. I want to do a little celebration for Ghostbusters Day, so I'm going to show you my Ghostbusters Physical Media Collection. So we're going to start with the old stuff, right? We've got Ghostbusters on cassette, classic, soundtrack. Ghostbusters 2, cassette on soundtrack. We have got Ghostbusters, the film score on CD. We have got Ghostbusters 2, the film score on CD. We have got Ghostbusters 2016 film score on CD. We've got Ghostbusters Afterlife soundtrack on CD. We've got Ghostbusters Frozen Empire soundtrack on CD. We have got the score to Cleaning Up the Town on CD, a great Ghostbusters documentary. And the last CD that I have like this is the Ghostbusters 2016 soundtrack on CD. Cannot forget the old school style Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack on CD, still in that old school anti-theft cardboard case they used to carry at retail stores. So moving right along through the music, we have got a 7-inch of Jackie Wilson's Your Love Is Lifting Me Higher and Higher. That's not on the soundtrack to the movie, but it's a crime that it's not. I can't believe they didn't put that on there. Great hit. Next up, we've got a 7-inch record of the Bus Boys, Cleaning Up the Town. Side A, side B is Cleaning Up the Town as well. So this was made for a jukebox. Awesome cut to have. All right, so as we move along through movies, soundtracks to movies is what we're looking at. We've got an old school copy of Ghostbusters soundtrack on vinyl. We've got a vintage old school copy of Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack on vinyl. We've got a brand new in package, never opened Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack on vinyl. Nothing fancy about that one besides it's just a re-release. We've got a 30th anniversary glow-in-the-dark vinyl for a Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters song. This comes with 4 versions of the song. Side A is the album version, an instrumental version. Side B is the extended version and the dub version. I haven't found that dub version streaming online anywhere. Be curious to hear what that sounds like. Never actually played that record. I guess I probably should. We got a 30th anniversary re-release of Ghostbusters soundtrack. This one is on slime green vinyl, Hot Topic exclusive for the 30th anniversary. Couldn't pass up that. I've got a Barnes & Noble red release of the Ghostbusters 2016 soundtrack on vinyl. The one I kicked myself for is I passed up on the score for that movie on vinyl. Been a real nightmare to find ever since. I've got this beautiful copy of the Ghostbusters score on vinyl. Double Gateway album. Beautiful artwork. These releases are so incredible. I've got the same thing for Ghostbusters 2. Beautiful artwork. Double Gateway album. Just really incredible work. We've got the Ghostbusters Afterlife score on vinyl. Great. You know what I'm hoping for on Ghostbusters Day today? I'm hoping that they show us or announce the release for the vinyl for Frozen Empire. Really want that. So as we start going through the movies themselves here, we're going to start old school. We'll start with a CED Laserdisc. This is an obscure format. I've never even seen a player to this in real life. I just did this by searching obsolete formats. This thing's kind of like a floppy disk with the disc inside and just inserts into the player and plays. We've got a Laserdisc copy of Ghostbusters, which kind of was the original holy grail in the collector's version of the world because it's just the cleanest version of this picture you could get on Laserdisc. We've got a Ghostbusters 2 Japanese import Laserdisc. This is one of my favorites in my collection. I love a good import. Next up, we have a Betamax copy of Ghostbusters. Now, this is an old school format. Actually, better picture quality than VHS, believe it or not, but VHS won the format wars. Betamax is used primarily in newsreels up through the early 2000s, actually. If you're ever looking for Ghostbusters 2 on Betamax, which I don't have yet, that actually came boxed in a VHS-style sized sleeve. So if you're looking for that, you got to watch closely on the packaging, especially if you're on the secondary market like eBay. Somebody may not know what they have. I've got an RCA copy of Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, which I said that was backwards, so, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Classic RCA spines. This Ghostbusters copy has that beautiful side opening, just like the Betamax did, so that's an original release there. And then I've got this awesome 2-pack box set, one of my favorites in the collection. These have never been watched. Like when I got this thing was basically brand new. Even included a advertisement for the real Ghostbusters on there. Now this is unique because it's not 2 separate sleeves, it's one made to look like 2. And you can tell by those tapes, man, those things are brand new. There's no signs of fade, no heat damage from those sitting into a VCR and playing over and over and over. Can't forget some real Ghostbusters. How to Get Knock Knock on VHS. This was the original teaser art for the real Ghostbusters, so that cover alone made it worth the cost of admission. We've got a copy of Ghostbusters, Play Them Ragtime Blues, and Ghostbusters as Musicians. As a musician myself, it's a no-brainer. Had to get that. And then had to go back and get this copy of the real Ghostbusters. This is a 3-episode release. It has Revenge of Murray the Mantis, Drool the Dog-Faced Goblin, and Ghostbuster of the Year. 3 classic episodes. Loved watching these as a kid. I had a copy of this when I was little. Happy to have a copy again now. Alright, so we're flying through this pretty quick just because I have a lot in this collection. And who doesn't love obscure formats? Got a PSP copy, UMD video of Ghostbusters. Now this is that slime green release that came out after the original DVD release. So, I've got a Zener card, slip card that came with Ghostbusters that I picked up at Ghostbusters Fan Fest. Now I put this on my original copy because the copy that this came with was actually a signed by Ernie Hudson, so I've got that in my autograph collection. But I wanted the slip cover to be on display at all times. So this Zener card, a couple of wavy lines, you know, beautiful thing. And then you go back to this. This just first release DVD was so awesome. Love the art on this DVD, single-sided there. Now I've also got the companion copy of Ghostbusters 2. This came out in 1999. This is for the 15th anniversary of Ghostbusters. We got Ghostbusters 2 on DVD. Now you may remember the old school DVDs that are double-sided. So one had a full screen version, one had a widescreen version. I love those. You can watch like the pan and scan if you want, or you can watch the full screen or the widescreen, you know, to get that theatrical release. I think this is a copy that like almost everyone has. This was for sale for a very long time. It's a Ghostbusters 2-pack with these little slim packs, and they also have that little making of booklet inside. Most of the pictures and stuff from that come from a book called Making Ghostbusters, but we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, we're going to take a break and jump over to some video game stuff. Right, I don't have any old school Nintendo Genesis or anything like that, but I've got Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, Ecto Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Had to pick that up, glow-in-the-dark copy. Love glow-in-the-dark stuff. Ghostbusters the video game remastered. We've got Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed for the PlayStation 5. I got the Tobin Spirit Guide edition of this. The Tobin Spirit Guide's actually in one of these cabinets behind me on display. We've got Ghostbusters 2016 for the PS4. This game is very much like a sequel or in-stylized version of Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime that was released for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. That never had a physical release copy. Also got both versions of Ghostbusters the video game. I've got the PlayStation 2 version, which is actually ported from the Wii version. So it's got the stylized cartoon characters, and then I've got the Ghostbusters the video game for the PS3. Now, one thing I loved about this, I got this at GameStop, so I still have the insert code for the Ghostbusters 2 flight suit. I did redeem it, but I have all that original paperwork in there. It's pretty cool. While we're off topic of things that aren't exactly Ghostbusters movies, but are in that wide realm, I've got Cleaning Up the Town, the Blu-ray copy of that. Highly recommended. Some of the streaming versions do not include the full release like the DVD is, so if you can get your hands on the DVD, I'd highly recommend it. Got Ghost Heads. It's Ghost Heads. So, then we jump over into the world of Blu-ray. And Blu-rays, man, they're interesting. So, the first Blu-ray came out for the 25th anniversary, right? So they switched from that green slime to this blue slime. Very much in sync with what we've already seen before, but it's got the 25th anniversary sticker logo on there. I love that copy. Hey, we finally got Ghostbusters 2 on Blu-ray for the 30th anniversary. And so the 30th anniversary included all this fun stuff in here. There's a little booklet and then the discs themselves. And then, hey, who doesn't need another copy? So before 4K content was being released. A lot of places were upscaling video for 4K players, and so I've got the Ghostbusters mastered in 4K, and that's kind of an obscure release because it was upscaled for that. I got it just to have it. It doesn't really have any of the special features that a lot of the other ones do because it's the upgraded version. Haters are going to hate on this, but I've got Ghostbusters Answer the Call on Blu-ray. This is the Target version that came with a special behind-the-scenes making of, so they called it Recreating the World of Ghostbusters. That's actually one of my favorite things that came with this set, is that Blu-ray making of. It's really awesome to see some of the behind-the-scenes things they did there. One of my other favorite items is the Japanese import of Ghostbusters Answer the Call on Blu-ray. So this is a cool set. It came with the Blu-ray 3D, this like really unique collector set. This is such a beautiful piece. Like, I'm disappointed that American releases didn't do something like this. Very cool set. I'll do a breakdown of something like that a little bit later on, but that's also in the collection. And then, of course, I've got at Ghostbusters Fan Fest the 4K release with the slime cover. The slime cover exclusive was something to Fan Fest only as far as I know. They have since re-released this box set. Steelbook, it's a great set. I love it. Okay, and then we jump over into the box sets, like some really cool box sets. So what kind of fan would I be if I didn't have the real Ghostbusters on DVD? Well, you're in luck. I've got the Time Life Ghostbusters release. I never bought any of the DVD releases that just had a couple episodes or partial seasons on there. I've got the full collection, the complete series. This box set was so awesome. Now, I got this a little bit cheaper than some of the other ones because when they originally released this was a steelbook set. And so this is the set that I've got. It's the plastic sleeves, but I'm fine with that because it's a great display piece. And then finally this year, they dropped the Extreme Ghostbusters set on DVD. And then one of my favorite pieces is this Ghostbusters, the Ultimate Collection. So this includes Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and some really awesome making of featurettes on a separate disc. This is a Ghost Trap themed release. Pretty excellent, opens up and has all your movies in there. So I did a full video like where I get into some crazy details with this over on Alex's channel at Ectoviolence. He's my co-host on Strange Glow Video. But that is my Ghostbusters Physical Media Collection. Let me know in the comments what I'm missing out of there that you think is essential. I know I don't have the soundtrack to Ghostbusters on CD. That's definitely something I need to snag a copy of. What else am I missing, right? I need a Betamax of Ghostbusters 2. Is there some kind of crazy release, any special formats that I'm missing? So one item I don't have is the Ghostbusters they released on a thumb drive that had the full movie like saved onto the thumb drive when you bought it. That's kind of an obscure release. I've been kind of looking around for it on eBay. Not essential to have in the collection, but it'd be kind of cool just because it's such a niche thing to have. If you think of anything else I'm missing, though, drop it down in the comments below. Please like and subscribe as I try to get this channel launched, and happy Ghostbusters Day.